For this section of the video, I think I will be talking because the speed draw that I've done for the sketches is too long and I don't think I really want to go in and add text to the entire thing. I think as my webtoon progresses, I've gradually started to try to get more dynamic poses in, and this is definitely not an example, the current drawing that I'm working on, but I've been wanting to practice my anatomy, especially since the spring semester where I took an anatomy class. I think it was a really good decision on my part to go ahead and enroll in an art academy because it's really helped me understand and kind of see my shortcomings when it comes to anatomy. My instructor was very precise and he would always point out things that I was doing wrong, a lot of bad habits that I've had. In the end, it turned out really well for me because now I feel like I have more of a foundation when working in anatomy. So now I tend to do 2 sketches. The first sketch is usually kind of like foundational, where I draw the figures and try to get a handle on their proportions, and then the second sketch that I do over it is drawing in all of the details. And the reason why I chose this episode to make a video on was because I don't really think you can get a grasp of what's happening in these panels, so I don't think it could be a spoiler. I mean, you're welcome to speculate, but it's part of the reason why I didn't add the dialogue along with my sketches, which is what I usually do because I'm terrible at planning out where the speech bubbles tend to go. Since my hiatus is ending in the spring of next year, you probably won't see this episode for quite a while, but in the meantime, I've been trying to really work on my drawings and hopefully try to make them better for viewers by the time my hiatus is over and when I start the second arc. Speaking of, I can't believe that I've been working on REITA for so long. I actually never thought I'd get this far, especially with working on a long-term project like this, but I think with the help of my editor Sunstar, I've really developed these characters that I genuinely love, and I hope I can do them justice in the next arc. I really want to create characters that the viewers also love, especially with the incoming demon characters. I'm really excited to start the next arc and draw them more. I've tried practicing drawing them in my spare time, so I can't wait for you all to see them. I would also really like to do something for the end of the first arc. It's kind of a big deal to me. It feels like I've been on this arc forever. I mean, I kind of have, but I want to do something special, so maybe like an extra chapter, something like an extra special episode, or maybe I'll open a poll and let readers decide. And maybe, this is a big maybe, but I kind of want to do a giveaway for art for the comic, but that's very like, I don't know, it's undecided right now. It's definitely on my long to-do list. Also on there is a redrawing of the first episodes. I know I said that I've been wanting to do them and that I probably wasn't going to do them until REITA was over, but I can't stand it. I can't look at my comic without cringing, so I think it needs to happen. And a lot of other artists tend to leave the first episode as is, as like to show their progress, but in my case I find it unreadable, so it's something I want to go back in and fix, which is kind of hard to do with my current to-do list. Right now, like as I said before, I had added more scenes to this episode, so what was originally supposed to be around 5 pages is now 7, so I've had to draw a lot and add in more scenes than I expected, and it's taking forever. So I'm currently stuck on this episode for now. Yeah. I should really time myself when it comes to making these episodes because I don't have a good idea of how long each step takes me. When I lived in Korea, I feel like it took me slightly faster to make the episodes. I had a more stable schedule, so I knew exactly what times I would be able to work on the webtoon, which wasn't a very healthy schedule because on work days I'd be up at like 2 in the morning still drawing, and I would wake up at 6, and that was like every day. And then on the weekends I would crash for 15 hours. So not the healthiest schedule. And most weekends I was usually hanging out with friends, so I was running completely on caffeine. I think on average I had about 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day. Actually, I think it also could have been the excitement I had from going to like BTS events and anime stores with friends. But I think on average I slept about 3 to 4 hours a night. So I honestly don't know how I was doing it. But nowadays I think I've had to adjust my schedule a lot, and I still have no idea how long it would take me to go right from sketch, or actually I should say from scripting to a fully rendered episode. I hope my friends that are watching this aren't too horrified over my sleeping schedule. I'm sorry. I promise it's a lot better now. I think I get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep nowadays. Anyway, I really want to finish the sketches sometime today so that I can send them into Sunstar, who can approve of them, or give me feedback so then I can start on the next episode and juggle the 2 episodes of inking and coloring, and also doing the sketches and finish up the last of the first arc. Hopefully I can get it all done by the end of the month. I'm locked in. I really want to get all of this finished. I'm on even more of a time crunch now because I'll be restarting my animation classes in the spring, so that leaves a lot less time to work on REITA, which I'm a bit sad about, but I'm also really excited to learn more about like character rigging and doing more 3D animation. I'll finally be able to update my animation student diary playlist that I have here on YouTube, which is good because I am running out of ideas for my Webtoon stuff. I have a few lined up, but not in the long term. I don't think I can make a lot more of these Webtoon YouTube videos. My drawing slot for the day is almost up, so I think I'm gonna end my talking portion of the video here. Sorry for all of my rambling. I have a little bit of time at the end of the day, so I hope I can wrap it up then and finish this episode that I've struggled so hard with completing. I'm just relieved that most of the sketch work is done. I think this is a part of the Webtoon process. I think I've mentioned it before. It's a part that I've really struggled with just because I have to translate my script into art, so I have to come up with the poses and the facial expressions as I go. I have them written down, but it's like I need to put them on the screen, whatever's in my head, and portray that. So maybe the future videos will be a bit more entertaining, where I'll be working on the inking and coloring for this episode, and hopefully I'll have more entertaining, or at least interesting, things to talk about in the next video. So thank you for listening to this portion of the video, and I hope that the next part can be just as entertaining and or relaxing. Thank you.